Kleber Meyer. Summary. Sermon preached by Pastor Kleber Meyer at the funeral service of a Christian. The certainty of hope. Text, 1 Thessalonians 4:13-18. Central theme. Believers must have hope, even in the face of death. 4. The certainties that the Word of God gives us. Introduction. Death is a universal experience, all men are subject to it. The Word of God calls it an enemy. 1 Cor 15.26, and it is, in fact. Because it separates loved ones, leaving hearts in mourning and enormous nostalgia in the chest. Christians are saddened, rightly so, but we have a living hope, even in these difficult times. The hope of the Christian is based on Jesus and anchored in faith, which is the certainty of what we hope for. Heb 11.1. The Apostle Paul, in the text read, affirms that the death of a Christian is an important matter, and that we must know the truth about this, so as not to remain sad like people who have no hope. v.13. He uses the expression sleep, a euphemism, a softening, for death. The Christians of Thessalonica were mourning the death of their beloved Christians and the uncertainty of what happens when you die. What must have bothered Paul was that Christians, out of ignorance, were mourning like the lost who have no hope in this world. He speaks, then, of some certainties that the Word gives us, to have a living hope. 1. The certainty of the resurrection. v.14:16. 1.1. Our faith in the death and resurrection of Christ gives us the certainty that God will bring, through Jesus and with him, those who died believing in him. v.14. 569. 1.2. Faced with the reality of death, Jesus declared, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, even if he is dead, he will live. And everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. Jn 11.25, 26. 1.3. Jesus died and was buried, but he rose again and became the firstfruits of those who sleep, that is, the first of a great harvest of all those who died. 1 Cor 15.2-23, the guarantee that those who they died increasing. 1.4. Death reaches all men, who are born destined to die. But the resurrection of Jesus is the certainty that death has been defeated, because Jesus triumphed over it, and that we will share in his victory. 1.5. The Apostle Paul affirms that, on the day of resurrection, God will transform our corruptible body into an incorruptible, glorious one, which is no longer under the power of death and decay, but will be free from pain and sorrow. We, and our dead loved ones, clothe ourselves in immortality. 1.6. In fact, this certainty is the most wonderful hope for those who gave their lives to Jesus. 2. The certainty of the meeting. v.14:17. 2.1. Death is painful because it causes separation, it leaves a vacancy that no other individual can fill. We really feel the lack of the one who has passed away, we miss the moments when we were together. 2.2. Death puts an end to these relationships.